Alright, time for a beginner's guide to Kindred. I'll explain everything you need to know about this champion to be successful on them, because they're technically two entities. The build and runes are explained at the end. There's a timestamp as well, so be sure to check that out if you want to know about the build in detail. I'll explain it over there. But yeah, apart from that, your passive is a major part of Kindred. This gives you increased attack range starting at 4 marks, and then every 3 after you increase the range. So obviously the first 4 marks are big for that, and then 7, 10, 13, etc. is when you get more and more range. So that is a big component of why Kindred is a very hard scaling champion, because the more attack range you get, the better it's going to be in the later stages of the game, because attack range on an ADC type champion is very strong. Like Caitlyn late game, very strong. Your Q does the dash hits 3 enemies, gives you bonus attack speed for 4 seconds, and if you're within your W's domain, it reduces the cooldown of this by 4 seconds as well. Your W puts a domain down, which your wolf will hit targets in for their current HP damage, and you get healed a bit from the passive of this skill. And then your E is basically execute damage. It does a lot more damage based on missing HP, so as the target gets lower, that's when you want to use it. Your ult's that's like save skill, right? Like you just protect yourself and everyone that stands in it, including enemies. So you definitely want to be careful not to save your enemies with it, but that's important. And then your mark system basically scales all your abilities. Your Dance of Arrows get more attack speed, your W gets more current HP damage, etc, etc. I'm actually have to do this one hit earlier, it's fine. For the clear, I mean, you can optimize a lot for Kindred, honestly. But I'll just do a very standard clear. Just make sure, for the most part, that you place your wolf in a good position. This is important. And try to, use your Q with your wolf. So you want to, Q into a camp and then click your wolf. Usually a very good way of doing things. Just as a habit, because it gives you the most Qs possible on the camp, which gives you the most clear speed you can get out of it. So here, we are engaging the camp, and we're just going to hit this. Then it lowers the cooldown, and this way we can use several Qs. So you just want to use them as soon as possible. Holding your attack speed, and then here again as soon as possible. And as you see at the end, we get that 1 extra refresh there that we can use to do this one more time. And we can drag this out. There we go. I'll take all 3 of my skills. Technically an extra point in Q is going to be slightly faster, but... when it comes to your E, just to show you here, you want to use it when your camp hits about half HP, or when the enemy team, enemy you're hitting hits about that range as well. Because you want to try to go for a bunch of that missing HP damage. If you use it too early, it's not going to be too effective as a skill. So definitely be careful for that. I used it too early there. Now what's going to happen here is I'm going to actually miss a Q cast, which I should have waited for my W with my Q. Because I lost on 1 cast on that one. So that's an example of what you should avoid to do, really. Alright, let's see if we win the 50-50, because your mark at 0 stacks is always a scuttle crab. And it's just spawn 2 at the same time, so it's a complete 50-50 as to which one you're gonna get. Try to hold your smite for it as well, because obviously you want to have a smite ready for this. Yeah, you got unlucky. That is not ideal. I've lost my 50-50 on this one. It sucks. We're just gonna hit this one down, it's okay. And we're just gonna go for the bot lane gank instead. We do want to mark this, so we're going to mark the Morgana here, I think, and just... Oh, volley is bot. I can still get my mark later. Guess this is maybe not the best then. Oh, that's a barrier. Gotta get out. Okay, that was quite a lot, actually. Volley did clear towards bot side, but was slower than me. Could have gone for the other mark. Alright. Ooh, he hit the plant. That's actually not bad for me. Triforce. We're just gonna build double longsword boots, and we just move. We don't wait for our HP here. Use your W as well to get an extra cooldown on your Q. We're just gonna run to the scuttle really quickly, because Volibear was still bot lane, so we can actually make and still kind of win our 50-50. It wasn't a complete win, because he could have had it, but he went for the bot lane gank instead and succeeded, so tiny bit unfortunate. But that is okay. Quickly get this thing. And then here our camps are basically just respawning. We got 1 mark now, so now it's going to be the Scuttle, the Raptors, or the Gromp, which is going to get the mark. On his side, obviously, I'm going to have to wait out my mark timer for that first, but that's what's going to happen here, because now I'm no longer locked to Scuttles. That's a big thing to be actually. If you're locked to Scuttles, it can be really annoying, because they spawn, pretty slowly. You can't really like go for those too effectively either. So this is pretty good. Okay. Just hit the small ones as the pet kills the big one. Clear pattern-wise, it should be as Raptors. I can probably do this if my Nautilus is willing to participate in this. I said it right before it got marked because it cleared down, so it's most likely it's gonna be here. I'm gonna remark the Volley Bear. I'm assuming my Nautilus reacts here. We hit him first and we like lower him a lot. And then you use the E as he gets lowered. So then the extra hits there lower him even more and then the execute damage comes in. So I get the mark of the volley and I get a mark of the scuttle, which puts me instantly at 3, which is massive. See if we can rotate bot for this. Okay, we got him. It's fine. That was a little bit close. That was because I did what I like explained earlier, right? You want to engage QW, and then as soon as they get a little lower, that's when you E. Because then you can execute with the E hits, which is very, very big. Like, that's the way you want to play that. Actually, I'll buy this Sheen here. Going for Trinity Force first item. You can go Kraken Slayer first item as well as a build option, but for the most part, Trinity Force is very versatile. It will always do well. You can't really go wrong with Trinity Force first item, so that's what we're doing. We're on 3 marks here, so we're still looking at Scuttle Crab, Raptors, or Gromp. Most likely the Scuttle Crab that's here. This one's gonna get marked, or the Raptors if they spawn on the enemy side in time, but it's probably gonna be the Scuttle Crab, so we're gonna go for that. Because his Gromp is most likely on cooldown, so if I send the Scuttle Crab here, as you can see, it's pretty good for me. I'll go for the Teemo mark here right now. Why not? Smite this as soon as possible, and we're gonna fight the volley in our domain as well. And then when he gets lowered, we apply our E. And then he gets executed. Teemo flashes on me, that's fine. I have to ult, I hate it. I don't like it, but I have no choice. The blind's disgusting, kill him! Okay. I would have died there otherwise. So I had to ult. That blind was a bit scary though. Teemo blinds something. But I got the mark off Teemo and I got the mark of the Scuttle. So that is very big for me. That's what we like to see. Now our Trinity Force is going to cost me a little bit more money. So instead of recalling for it, we have to go for the item first real quick. We're on 5 marks an hour. So we're talking Krugs, both buffs and wolves on the enemy's jungle side. And in this case, you can see the Krugs got marked. But those are going to be very hard to contest, so that's definitely not something I'm looking to do right now. In 7 seconds, I can click another champion, which I might be able to do on Katarina here. Let's click the Katarina, see what happens. She's going to have to respect a little bit, I think. She's going to probably just run down here, I would imagine. Is marked. Could get run by... Oh, there's the volley. I should have respected the volley a little bit more than I did. Ah, okay, that was pretty silly. I was running into her and I was like, wait, I'm gonna get volleyed here. And I did get volleyed there, fair play. That one's my bad. That one is on me. The wolves get marked, yep. I could have just turned around and went for the wolf mark. I should have probably done that. It's my bad, I face checked the volley bear and got punished for it because I didn't finish my first item yet. And I didn't have ult. A little too overzealous. Okay, so the wolves are just gonna have to be ignored. Oh, he's dragoning. Okay, maybe. Maybe I can just go for the fight. I want to go for the fight here. I could run for his wolves, but I think this fight's gonna be fine. Wait, he's... Okay. Interesting. This should be a free play, honestly. Instantly E for the slow as well as just the execute damage. Very good kill. Gets another mark, and I just run for his wolf camp real quick. I'm gonna use my W here to get an extra Q. So I just be a little bit faster here. Trying to be as fast as possible to make this. We obviously have smite for it. Teemo is here. I mean, I'm just gonna walk this way, I guess. You gotta be troll. I got it, it's fine. I used my E too early there, that could cost me. We're fine, we're just gonna run. I still have ult, so I don't have to worry about things too much. My Hui is here, we're chilling. We killed the Katarina earlier, so... that's pretty good for me. The Teemo tried to defend the mark, but it didn't really work for him. We're on 7 still, so we're still on the same tier. Which means most likely his Crocs are gonna get the next mark, or its rep buff, if the buff camp is going to be up. I could anticipate for that and clear for it, but here as well, I think there's gonna be a big look at the grubs, potentially. Yeah, there's the Crocs mark, as you see. It's an entirely predictable system, like you can really play for it. As it gets low, okay, well that's really annoying. My Malphite is refusing to rotate to me, so... I'm gonna have to ult here, I don't have a choice. My Malphite is still AFK. Brother. Does this man just like refuse? Excuse me, bro. Okay. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, I'm dead. She flashed for me there. Ult him. Ult. Okay. My team might win this. That was a bit tough. I don't know. Like, I feel like it shouldn't have gone that way if the Malphite rotates for that, but what do you do? What do you do? Really? Sucks, I guess. He is probably gonna run out of base for the grubs again, I think. I kind of just want to go ignore the rest of the grubs because I already got one of them. So I can just give him the other ones. I don't really mind. I could just go bot lane instead. This mark is going to be available to me soon. Oh, TP. Okay, that ruins my bot lane gank opportunity, I think. I am assuming he runs grubs, but we'll see. I'm not going to go back for it because I really don't mind too much. And there's the grubs, okay. That's pretty much what I expected. I don't mind it too much because I can just like live with this, like taking one so he can't get the mark from it, the objective mark from it. And I could just go play for the mark here. And the bot lane dive and stuff. It's just a kill, okay. They just have to push the wave. Good enough, got the mark off the Caitlyn as well. We're on 10 now, so we're adding a lot of attack speed. Gets an additional 50% attack speed, 10% current HP, 5% missing HP on my skills. Like, it's very big. Gonna get the turret down here. Oh, no, 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 into the trap. I didn't see the trap. I'm a blind person. That sucks. Oh, I took an extra 2 turret shots because I stepped into the trap. Brother. That's not good. That is not good. Alright, I got my second item, which is pretty solid. Since I'm above 8 marks now, by the way, the only things that can get the marks now are the objectives. So the dragon is going to get the mark here. I will not be able to get it off of any of his camps anymore. But I'll go play for the dragon in 45 seconds. So I'll just do my red buff first, actually. I'll clear a couple camps down. Let's mark the Morgana. We're gonna play towards bot side, so definitely gonna mark the Morgana there. The other ones are on cooldown. That's a tiny bit frustrating, but since I killed the big one in the camp, they will despawn, so I'm not gonna walk back for it. I might have some issues here, though. I need my Hui to, like, not AFK on me, basically. Brother, where are we going? Yeah, I mean, about this, like, if he is not willing to walk with me, I cannot go anywhere. Oh, Katarina's dead, actually. That's a pretty bad placement. I'll take it. Let me rotate over this way real quick. I'm gonna have to ult here, it's okay. Okay, good. Kill the guy out of my ult range first, and then I can execute the volley bear afterwards right there. We can commit quite hard if you have ult, Kindred ult like that. Still got the assist on the Morgana. That's big for my mark. Yeah, I mean, this should be fine. Where are you going? Please. Actually, please. Your turret doesn't... Okay, well, it's cool. As long as he zones the Teemo here and doesn't let the Teemo walk up to me. Okay, no, that's really bad. I'm scared now. Nope. Okay, my Malphite did the job. I'll take it. I got a little worried there for a second. I'm not gonna lie. He was just Oh, I walked into 50 Teemo's rooms. That hurts. I need one more camp for my smite upgrade, which is big. Also level 11. Which I got off of a flower, I think. Let's take a reset. Okay, so this enemy team is pretty squishy. I'm gonna go for the Infinity Edge pretty much right away. Let me also buy this for the Mercs, because I definitely want some Mercs against that. They have quite a bit of CC. Morgana binding, stun for Morgana. We have volley stun, like that type of stuff. We're gonna go for Teemo here real quick. And my next mark is on this as well. Something I'm looking at. He's probably gonna go for the turret, right? He is not. Interesting. Just gonna clear the wave. Oh, Teemo's gonna have tons of shrooms here. He could be in that bush for all I know. He's not in that bush. I obviously want to play for the... I think I just go turret here, actually. I can't walk into a shroom this way. And I think if I do turret and walk this way, I won't walk into, like, any shrooms in this area either, in case he has some. Gonna hit that down. There's a Teemo. Team's fighting mid, so we're gonna rotate over quickly. If we can. I think I mark Caitlyn here. I don't have the attack range for that last hit there. I should be able to dive this guy still, I think. That might be a little optimistic, actually. I only have one minion. Well, that's slightly annoying, because I don't get the assist on that, but okay. My man's going full AP Malphite, I only just realized. My man's actually committing to like a hefty AP build here. Some damage. Let's just get our mark from the Rift Herald here at the same time as killing the Rift Herald. Try here to not get hit by the Rift Herald too much. So you really want to try to like kite the Rift Herald out as much as you can. Okay. Couldn't make it happen completely there. If you can kite it long enough for it to not auto attack you but do those charge hits every time, then you can get a large amount of additional clear speed because you will not be debuffed by the Rift Herald and you can do full damage to it. Good. Mark plus this is big. We're currently sitting on 13 marks, which is quite the strength. As you can see, it's doing a lot of damage. Just mark him here. Brother, I can't do anything about this, by the way. I mean... Okay, if he does that, he dies, but I'll take it. He could have just sat there, by the way. It would have actually been pretty good for him. Gonna have to ult here. Oh my god. Okay, that Morgana binding was very good. I tried to juke it. I probably should have... But flash... Okay. I tried to juke it, but I don't think flashing the binding was particularly worth it. If the Teemo would have sat in the bush longer, I would have had more issues, to be honest. Because I have no way of getting him uninvisible. So that could have been... Or getting him visible again, basically. It could have been just... He could have just sat there, honestly. Let's buy the boots and all of the components. They still use a lot of cooldowns on me. It's okay. My team gets to push mid lane. Not that big of a deal. Alright. Dragon's gonna spawn like 40 seconds and the Otacon's gonna spawn like 10 seconds. So I actually just want to go straight towards the bot side of the map. My top side is up, my red is up there and all, but definitely want to play towards bot side right now because of all of those things spawning. So we're just gonna do my bot side camps as I wait for my team to get back out of base, and then we can play for those. Kindred does a serious amount of damage at this point with enough marks to the objective, so I should be easily able to just do this Otacon right now. As you can see, the damage I do to this thing is insane. This is a lot due to my wolf as well. My wolf does a lot here. And once it gets low, we just E here. There we go. Get the Otacon out of the way, get my mark off of it. Now, technically, if I wait out the entire duration of my mark spawn, I can get the mark off Dragon as well, but yeah. Okay, good. Ooh. I don't have ult for another 5 seconds. I have to be a little careful for 5 seconds here. I'm just gonna quickly do my Gromp to just heal a little bit. The level up from it too. They might collapse on Malphite. I can honestly just stall the Dragon here and get my mark from it. So I probably just will. It will take a little bit, but I can definitely do that, I think. I'll plop a Herald down here on bot as well. My man has Malphite ult. Can you use it? Are we using it? Please. Don't miss the dash. Where are you? Brother! Well, alright. I see how it is. That sucks. It's pretty rough. I can do it over the wall there with the hits, but because of the range I have now. That's a rip on that bot lane, sir. Oh. I waited long enough for my mark, so I can actually just claim it now, which is not bad. It's another mark. Put this up as like a zoning tool here. Oh, I dashed into that one. Okay, that's bad. I have to ult now. I can't move. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm stupid to dash into a Morgana Q like that. Fair enough. That's completely my fault. I think I'm pretty good at jumping into Morgana Qs, because that's the second time I think I did that this game. Not the best situation, to be fair. It's a bit silly of me. I was kind of hoping that Nautilus would like frontline engage this for me, but he didn't do that either, so that's my bad for expecting that, I suppose. The downside about like lower rated players, right? You can't expect anything from them. Okay, well, they got the turret. We still got both the Otacon and the Dragon, so all in all, it's definitely not bad. I got both marks off of both as well. If I wouldn't have jumped into the Morgana binding, I probably would have been fine, but, you know, well. Definitely don't jump into that binding, because that just locks me for way too long. I do an insane amount of damage now. Like, obviously my marks do a lot, but I also just have the insane crit damage now as well. That Malphite's going for the biggest cheese I've ever seen. Oh, Teemos Rooms, I do not like you. I mean, the enemy team is busy with other things, so I might as well chase this guy, I think. I'm standing in that one, and he's just gonna die here. Goodbye. Whoa. Actually came kind of close-ish. You gotta make sure you keep queuing for the attack speed. Like, the attack speed does matter a lot. It's currently sitting at, what is it, bonus on this? 85% attack speed? Yeah. It matters a lot. So to Caitlyn. 45 seconds on the Baron. Oh. Okay, he just cleared everything, I see. I'm relatively low HP here. I should not be too disrespectful. Missed his hook. Oh, it's fine. Let's just leave. 30 seconds on Dragon. See if I can take some of his camp still, maybe. Maybe his red is up if I'm lucky. Nope. $17 marks right now is insane. I can afford my boots upgrade here. And I mean, at this point, I could just... I'm just gonna go rapid fire cannon. I'm gonna get some more attack range. I can also go like Sterax or something and build very defensive here. I can go like Sterax, Black Cleaver as the last 2 items. It's definitely possible. As your 2 options to be even more durable. It's not a bad choice per se. But I'll just go for this setup here. That Volibear is gonna build pretty tanky. Okay, Katarina bot. Are they gonna Baron if I do this? Just have to get an attack range and she dies. Goodbye. My attack range is insane. Like, look at this range. This is ridiculous. And it's a ridiculous amount of attack range. Making sure to keep queuing for my attack speed as I kill these things. I mean, we can Baron pretty easily. If Nautilus just tanks Baron, I do so much damage to this thing. I really do. Because I cannot get hit by the Baron. That's some massive attack range. That's another massive hit. You can just send it, it's fine. They can't contest it anymore at this point. Make sure to not get hit by Baron. Like by his auto attacks, because that applies a debuff to me and I can't have that happen. As it gets low, we just E there, and then we smite it. My damage to that thing is wild. Dragon's gonna spawn like 20 seconds. Oh. I probably can just kill her here, yeah. Goodbye. I will have to respect Teemo's mushrooms, actually. I'm just going to recall and then go to the dragon, because I can refresh my HP and buy my item here. I can easily go for a collector here. I like to go collector against, like, the squishy teams, because it allows me to just massively outrange them. Like, my range with collector is absolutely disgusting. Like, it's already disgusting, but the collector range makes it even more ridiculous. 825 attack range for the hit is ridiculously big. And my mark gets on the dragon as well, because we delayed it long enough between the things, so that's really good for me. And another mark. I'm not even within smite range, actually, as I'm within an auto attack range, by the way. Look at that hit. Ooh. Let's go this way. Not doing his camp, okay. Good kill. That's a big hit. Walk back for the not get hit by the Morgana binding. Okay, then lost a good chunk of HP to my hit there. Just gonna hit the turret down, it's fine. Need to make sure to Q here to get my 95% extra attack speed. 130% actually. Yeah, 130% attack speed off that. It's pretty fast. We're pretty much at old attack speed cap right now. Hit the turret here. Good enough for me. And that's the end of the game. Perfect. There you go. That was it for Kindred. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to like button below. Helps me quite a bit. Be sure to subscribe as well as follow on Twitch if you haven't done so yet. And I will see you guys in the endgame stats and the build. Okay, so for the endgame stats for this one, I ended up doing 36.3k damage, which is a very good amount. Wow, my Malphite did a good amount as well. True damage at 3.3k. Objective damage at 73.5. Healing done at 23. Damage taken at 40k, which is the most by far. Self-mitigated another 22. Gold earned at 16.3k. For the build for the runes, you want to go for press the attack, usually. This is just a very solid one. I got 2,000 extra damage out of it. Very good. Combines well with your E as well for the 3 hits combo. So that's nice. If you are against very tanky teams, I would not recommend going press the attack. You want to go Conqueror instead at that point. But into most games, press the attack is very good. Even into the tanky teams, press the attack is still very solid. So if you're in doubt, press the attack is solid. But Conqueror does really well into like melee heavy, like bruiser, very durable teams. Conqueror does great there. We have Triumph for HP and Gold, Alacrity for the attack speed straight up. And then we have Coup de Grace if we're going to go for a press the attack setup. Definitely go Coup de Grace. If you're going to go for a Conqueror setup, I actually kind of recommend going for Cut Down. I like that on a lot more. You can even go Last Stand in that situation as well. Last Stand on Kindred can be very, very solid as well. But that's what we're looking at. For the secondary tree here, you can go several different ways. I went Treasure Hunter Sudden Impact for like early gold tempo, and the additional damage on Sudden Impact is very nice with that. You can also take Free Boots, and Cosmic Insight is also a solid choice as your secondary option. So that's kind of like the options you have really for those. And well, I obviously went for this one with the gold tempo. I really like that option a little bit more. For the build, you can start with either Kraken Slayer or Trinity Force. However, I'd recommend just Trinity Force for the most part. It just lines up a nice build path, and it's just never a bad decision. So when in doubt, you know, Trinity Force. Kraken Slayer can be great. As well as a first option, it does quite well into tanky stuff, very tanky stuff. And you can go Kraken Slayer if you have a proper frontline for yourself. That's like one of the options you can go for it, but Trinity Force can always be done. If you have a good frontline situation, you can go Kraken Slayer. If you don't have a frontline, Kraken Slayer is a bit risky, so you definitely have to keep that in mind. Otherwise, just build-wise here, Trinity Force first item, always solid. Then second item kind of depends on the way you're building. If you're going to go Conqueror on Kindred and you're playing against the more tanky stuff, you can go Trinity Force into Black Cleaver and just be a very durable Kindred build. So that build's gonna kind of look like Trinity Force, Black Cleaver, and you can do like Sterax, Wit's End, that type of stuff. Very, you know, bruiser, durable. Yeah, it's gonna do well. Like fight duration wise, it's gonna be better, and you're gonna have a bunch of HP damage coming from your wolf and stuff. That's a very good setup for that. If you're gonna go for like a more, I guess, generic Kindred build that is played with press the attack, you're looking at Trinity Force into Collector pretty much every single time. And then from that point, you can go Infinity Edge next, or you're going to go Lord Dominik's next. Kind of depends on if you need the armor penetration from Lord Dominik's or not. Depends on the enemy team, of course. If you do need the armor penetration, then you can go Infinity Edge after the Lord Dominik's completion. That is a good way to go. If you do not need the armor penetration from it, you can go Infinity Edge after the Collector. And then what I like to do if I don't need the armor pen at all is then I like to pick up the Rapid Fire Cannon. If the armor penetration is needed, I am not going to build a rapid fire cannon. I will just go for the Lord Dominik's, basically instead of this item slot here. And I will go Lord Dominik's before I go Infinity Edge, usually, unless I'm snowballing really, really hard, and then I'll just go for it anyway. But yeah, I would go Lord Dominik's into Infinity Edge, usually at that point. And then your last item in this situation, I really like building a Bloodthirster last item for a lot of additional sustain. Gives a shield as well. It's really nice for survivability, and it just gives a tremendous amount of sustain at the end there to have your last slot at this point. Boots are always defensive boots. You should go either Mercs or Steel Caps depending on the enemy team. But that is pretty much it for the build. If you have any questions on the build, leave it below. I'll try to answer those for you. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button, subscribe, follow on Twitch, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with another one. Bye.